I was given the FX5 from Sony, and I was curious to explore how the camera would deal with changing weather and light of Scotland. I wanted to explore how the camera deals with contrasty picture as well as low light picture. We did get what we wished for. We wanted to have rain and sun and darkness and light. And I wanted to do something about travel because of the changing of the landscape. And the story mirrors the notion of why people do cold water swimming. I like being and feeling connected to the camera. And there is something about how I respond within the movement. The light changed within a minute of 12 stops. It was insane. I tried to protect the highlights as much as I could, knowing that with certain settings I could bring the shadows up. So what I could trust is that there's a certain level of behavior I knew from Sony VENICE. We can shoot XOCN, then you can use it together with Sony VENICE 2 as it is recording on the same format. This camera has such a big sensor that you can choose what is in focus and what's not. Most of the time, I think you want to have a sense of space, at least that's what I believe. But sometimes it's good to separate the subject from the surrounding. The FX5 has 3 base ISO. It's based 800 and 4000 and 12800. We chose the base of 4000 ISO. We rated around 2500, so I can lift the shadows. I was very happy with the performance and capabilities, and the skin tones look beautiful. The camera performed the same way as Sony VENICE 2 does. It's incredible. We didn't have the massive convoy, and what I think is really important that the cameras are so small is that you could mount it in a way that she could drive without the escort and it wasn't blocking her field of view. And I always try to get a slider so you can have 2 shots. So I think it's just a relatively quick setup with a slider without repositioning everything. When I heard about the size of the camera, I thought that the best opportunity with the camera is to put it on drones. When you do a project on anamorphic, you want to have the drone shots on anamorphic as well. What the camera has performed really well is on the drone because it lives with its own gimbal. We're gonna be hitting a low-level sun with the mountains in a distance. The drone shot with the tilt up, I was truly running out of light. The camera just performs the same way as VENICE 2, that there was a very little noise in the pictures. I think the benefit of FX5 is to find a different way of operating. So I think what is really quite amazing about these cameras is that they hold what Sony VENICE 2 have. You know, it's a little powerhouse. My intention was to do something which does show the landscape, but also has an emotional thread. And there's something about Sophie which is just so incredible about getting into the skin of people's stories. I think that was the intention, that not only it shows the changing weather, but it also has something in it which has a grain of emotion.